out.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Age of Strife. It is still raining.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the four of you eventually depart Jane's, get ready to leave Jane's
Am I
house.
back to full health, or what? How
No, okay, so I did take a look at the healer's kit. It's not 1 HP that you regain. It is... let me roll it for you. You actually gain 10 HP.
Whoa.
So it wasn't like a lot.
What was the healing thing she used?
Healing kit.
Now this is. I'm gonna go back to max. I'm not having like temporary HP.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can't gain hit points from this feature again until you finish it. I think this is a little broken. I'm going to modify it. So instead of D6 plus 4, I'm just going to do a flat D6. So you gain 5 HP back. This is a little... Well, no, it is first level. Screw it. We'll leave it as is. You do gain 10 HP back from the healer's kit. She bandages up your arm, gets it nice and tight. It staunches the blood flow, and it kind of wraps it. It still hurts, and it'll probably take a couple of days for the pain to really go away. But you're kind of back to your full fighting force. You can use your arm properly, and she did a really good job of it.
Okay.
Nice.
Sweet. I raise my hand.
Yes, Tilly.
Do we maybe want to go look for those other goblins?
Absolutely.
I'm down. Let's do it.
Better myself. Let's go.
Now that I got some pie, I like it.
Yeah.
So, I guess we basically just go. And we go.
All right. Where do you guys go?
Do we want to... Yeah, we want to go back to where we saw those tracks, right? Where you guys put down the markers? Do we have markers?
Or do we just want to go to the south of town, since we kind of deciphered that was probably where they were heading anyways? It's up to you guys. I'm speaking kind of out of character right now, so...
No, I think that works.
I finish my pie and lick my fingers clean. I'm like, I like the full mouth. I'm like, well, I'll just follow you guys. And I finish my food, and I'm just down to follow.
All right.
Cool. Theo?
Yeah, let's go to where we last saw them, though, where we split up.
I'm gonna raise my hand again.
Okay.
Yes, Tilly.
Okay. Can I not lead the group in the front this time?
Yeah, that's okay. I will leave.
But we can see over you better. It's better that way.
I'll just walk next to her, and I just get to Darude's side. And
Him.
Oh, is it him?
He's you're
No.
the only
Oh, so
female.
you're a him and I'm a her?
No,
Yeah.
I'm a girl.
No, she's the
You're a
girl.
girl?
Yeah,
Darude's
that's why
the girl?
the sheriff was him.
Whoa, I didn't know that. Oh.
What? You guys haven't been picking up on that the whole time?
I would
Yeah,
No.
that's why Farmer was
yeah.
questioning about the two of you guys.
I would have stayed out in the woods, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no love potion.
Alright.
Oh.
Wow.
This is
Awkward.
sexist, and I do not approve of the
Don't
way...
put me in your gender box, guys. No, okay. No, I am female. I just don't have, it's the only confusing one is Elahan, because he has this amazing, glorious beard. So that's all.
You're rude. It's such a manly.
I disappear into my beard.
Okay, so Scoots, you were thinking we should go back to where we put the markers down?
Where we saw the other trail going south. That's where we want to go, towards those footprints.
Okay, so you want to go back to the location where the markers were put down?
Yeah.
And Tilly is saying we should just go to the south part of town to see if we can see goblins there. I'm cool with that. I mean, I worry that the footprints are going to be washed away by this point. So even where we put the markers, that's like an older area. So I imagine that they'll all be washed off. We should probably try to meet up with somewhere where the footprints would be fresher. That would be good. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, that's fine. We can just head south and start looking for goblins. They're easy
Let's
to
do
smell.
it.
Easy to smell, you know.
Yes, they are.
You guys head out into the mud, the rain-soaked road that leads through town. It's not even a paved road. It's literally just a dirt road. And so it's pretty gross. There's some wagon ruts that have been carved deep into the ground. And as you trudge down the road, you see something in the distance coming towards you. It's it's rainy and it's dark, so you can't really tell what it is, but it looks like a rather wide, hunched figure is trudging towards you guys slowly.
How far away?
I put my hand on my hilt.
Probably 200, 300 feet.
I immediately find a way to go stealth.
Yeah, there's a big barrel of water sitting next to the building. Like, there's lots of barrels of water scattered throughout towns for fires, so there's always like something that you can hide behind.
I'll hide as well.
Okay. The halfling and the gnome go pop behind 2 different barrels of water and like peer around the corner looking for whatever it might be. While
right.
Theodore and Aldous...
Start laughing.
Darude, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I just put my hand on my
Theobald,
hilt.
not Theodore. Sorry.
And I stay my ground.
Okay.
Yeah, I do much similar. I take my bow, cock an arrow, just waiting.
Okay. The figure draws closer and closer, and about 200 feet, it kind of pops its head up, and then splits into 2. Some part of the figure like drops to the ground, while the other one darts quickly into an alleyway between 2 buildings.
Goblins. Chase them. And I start running.
Okay.
What if it's just kids
Theobald?
stacked up on each other with like
That's
a...
okay. Them too. Fucking
So
kid.
she's chasing the one that ditched out into the alley. So I'm gonna
They're-
make. Are they both running?
No, they're both like 200 feet away. One of them just fell flat into the ground. The other is going down the alleyway.
All right. Well, I'll head towards the one that's flat on the ground while she chases the one down the alley.
Okay, you have to head the same direction to get to both of them.
Yeah.
So you guys
Yeah.
sprint off towards it. And as you approach the alleyway and the creature on the ground, you notice, you recognize it's the 2 constables, the 2 guardsmen that went headed off to South. The one on the ground is just like splayed out in the mud, and there's blood leaking out from a wound in his side.
Holy crap. Okay, well, we better help him. Does he look like he's breathing?
Yeah, his breathing is pretty shallow.
Goblins, the greenskins did this. And I
But
look
can
down
I
the
see-
alley.
Can I see down where I'm hiding that she's
they're-
trying to help someone that's hurt?
I mean, it's 2/3 of a football field away, so you see her like lean down and kneel over this creature. You can't tell if she's being aggressive or investigative or caring towards it.
I'm going to be moving up while trying to stay relatively undercover,
Okay.
move forward to where she's at.
You start darting from building to barrel to box to building to,
Yeah.
I say fuck it and I run toward her.
Okay. Halfling runs down the middle of the street, gnome digging along the sides. Theobald, what are you doing?
I want to chase the one that went down the alley.
Okay. So you take off down the alleyway and start chasing. You come down the end of it, look around, you don't see anything, and then you look towards the ground. Give me a perception check. See if you can find some prints in this godforsaken mud hole.
All right. So for me, that is what just a one,
D
1d20.
20.
And I got a minus
Minus
perception,
1.
I think -1. Yeah.
Yeah. Not a problem. You easily spot the tracks. They're very fresh in the soft mud, and they kind of just go basically the way that you guys came from, just around on the other side of the buildings.
All right. So,
yeah, because if you're coming down the main road, he kind of like went into an alleyway and has been like hopping from yard to yard, or like going down some side streets.
So is it pretty close combat where I am now? Am I like, are there buildings all around me?
Yeah, they're at the point where you are. You're just coming out of an alley between 2 buildings that's pretty narrow into this kind of backyard area that multiple buildings share. And you notice the prints go off. It's pretty open for a little bit, and then they head down between 2 other buildings that are close enough that you couldn't stand more than one person at a time in.
Looking down at this, what is it, a constable or something like that?
Yeah.
A sheriff's lackey. Does he look like if I leave him here on his own, he'll be okay, he'll survive?
Probably, but you
Okay.
might want to get him out of the mud.
All right. I like grab him by his shoulders and I drag him off to the side to where there might be like some kind of building that has like a cover over top of like
Yeah,
a stairwell
you
or
bring him to
something
an
like that.
overhang and prop him
We
up
got
against the building.
this. That's all I say. I just say we got this, and then I look up and I see I guess I see Aldous.
Aldous is like getting up to you at this point as you drag the body over. Aldous, you see what's going on.
Goblins got them. We have to find them. And then, where's Tilly?
You
Tilly's
give me a
making her
perception
way.
check, and Tilly, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Because you probably, maybe you don't see Tilly hiding. That does come out.
Only like a 12. Man, my stealth has been crap.
Yeah, you've been rolling pretty low. You spot Tilly hopping from barrel to barrel.
Tilly, come on. Stop wasting time. Let's go.
Let's switch back over to
Oh, okay. And then I remember.
Theobald. Theobald, you're giving chase, right?
Yes, I am.
All right.
And I've now swapped out my longbow for my rapier. And
Okay.
my shield though, because I feel like I'm too close quartered here to be with my longbow going.
Absolutely. You chase this figure through these tracks through the mud down the streets, and eventually they pop out right next to the constable's, the sheriff's station. And you see muddy footprints, mixed with probably your muddy footprints from earlier, leading up to the door, which is wide open. And you see the constable inside putting on like some chain mail, and one of his you see the sheriff putting on some chain mail while one of his lackeys is standing next to him, hands on his knees, out of breath.
Sheriff, what's going on? Can we help you?
He looks back up to you. Ah, you there, the outsider. Seems that those goblins you mentioned have been a little bit more of a problem than I anticipated. My boys here had some trouble with them. I was just going to go take care of them.
Yeah, the rest of my party is with your other constable. I think he's injured. Back in town.
All right. Well, you go on ahead. I'll catch up with you.
All right. So do you want me to go with the other constable guy here?
He'll come with me.
All right. So you don't need my help then, tough guys? Are you saying?
Woo!
Why don't you take care of this issue then?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if you need my help or not. Like,
You go on ahead without me. I'll catch up. It takes me a little while to get my shirt on these days. Doesn't quite fit over my belly like it used to. He says, like trying to push it down over this beer belly that's developed. The shirt looks pretty old. It's got some rust in some places.
Jane's pie.
Yeah.
Probably Jane's pie.
Jane's pie. All right. Let me go get my crew, and we will go on a goblin hunt.
Okay.
All right.
You head back towards the rest of the party. Did you guys wait for Theobald, or did you go without him?
Well, no, we started following his tracks, which would have led us. So we were catching up with him, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Because
you guys pull a Benny Hill, basically. Eventually, you guys are like looking for each other in the rain and the mud, and you're like trying to find everyone. And eventually, someone sees someone else going past an alleyway and calls out, and you all meet up just in front of the King's Keep, which is the inn in town. Basically, the only inn in town. It's in the middle of the town. If we all look at the map here, right in front of this big open area in between is the town green, the town kind of square, and there's a very large statue of a woman holding a sword standing in the middle of it, kind of on a pedestal. And everywhere else is just kind of green and muddy and with a couple of trees mixed in. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
What happened, Theo?
Well, sheriff's getting his shit together. Obviously, they found some goblins, as we told them. So they're going goblin hunting. I told them that we were going to gather up and join the hunt, because killing goblins is pretty damn good.
I want to be investigating the scene, see where I can, or perception, whatever you want, Neil.
Okay.
Try to get some bearing for us.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. God,
Natural
man.
1. You think you see a dragon in the distance, and your breath starts to. Oh, is it firestorm? No, wait, that's just a tree blowing in the wind. Okay.
Wow.
Scared me for a second there. Okay. The lot of you together, you head out south towards the edge of town. After about 10 minutes, you reach the edge of town, but there's the town in the middle, which is comprised of like the 3 main streets, and then everything else beyond that is just kind of like farmland and whatever. So you reach the edge of town and start moving through farmland. when out of the corner of your eye you spot a small band of no more than 5 goblins skulking about a dilapidated barn. Its once strong roof now sags with the weight of wet thatch, and the animals inside make startled noises.
Fucking mini pork chops. And then I draw my blades
Okay, let's.
and I start walking towards them, well, charging.
I
How
see
many?
the-
You said 5?
5.
No more than 5.
Wait, there's 5 goblins. Is that what we're dealing with right now?
You see no more than 5 goblins entering a barn.
Okay, I
Let's
want
take 'em
to.
down.
I want to reattempt stealth.
Okay. That doesn't look like they noticed you. You kind of like caught the tail end as they went in, because they were headed in more or less the same direction you were, and then like darted off into a barn. Give me your stealth check, Tilly.
I'll follow Tilly and stealth as well.
Man.
Not a good day for you, man.
I'm gonna follow Tilly and stealthily as well with my rapier drawn and down low.
I
Next
want to have my bow out, by the way.
Give me your stealth check there, Soma.
Okay.
This is some bullshit, man.
15 isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good. You look good.
All right, so we should probably we know there's 5 in there at least. So let's think about how to keep them in there and how to kill them in there. Maybe burn this barn down.
We shouldn't burn it down. We'll get in fucking trouble.
Let's scout.
Isn't there livestock in there?
Well,
It's also
no.
raining and the roof is soaked. The thatch roof is just completely soaked to the point that it's
Casualties of
sagging.
war. I don't know.
I raise my hand.
Yes, Tilly.
Perhaps, since we know that they're in there, we should look for other entrances and exits to the barn from the outside.
It's a good idea, Tilly.
Or we could just lock them in and wait until the sheriff gets here so we have better numbers.
Dude, the sheriff is still putting his armor on, I
That-
imagine.
That
To be-
fat ass isn't going to get here anytime soon. We should take care of it ourselves.
True. And you know what? He had clean boots. Never trust a man in clean boots.
Well said.
Good call.
All right.
Well, let's surround this bad boy
Search it.
barn.
Yep.
Okay, you all approach the barn. The thieves trying to sneak as best as they can, while the 2 humans kind of just like walk down the street towards it. You get about 50 feet from the entrance and notice that the well, actually, you can't see anything else about the barn other than there's like a couple holes in the roof now at this range, and you can definitely hear weird animal noises coming from inside.
Can I possibly get a boost up on the roof and sneak in through the roof? If there's a hole in the
Yeah,
roof?
absolutely.
Hey, Theodore, would you like to give me a boost so I can possibly come in from the roof?
Delightful idea, I think, actually, my friend.
I weigh literally nothing. It
Give
should
him a
be.
little, give him a little leg up.
Theodore will give you a boost to get to the edge, but you're still going to need to make either an acrobatics or an athletics check to climb up, whichever one you like.
Avis, do you
Acrobatics.
do you happen to have a bow?
What?
Do you have a bow?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Give me your acrobatics check there, Aldous.
Okay, D20 plus 5. 10.
That is enough. It is not very difficult to get on, especially with the boost from your compatriot. You scramble onto the roof, very near to a hole, and crawl over and peer down. You notice that the stables are a little bit run down in here, but there are still a couple of cows inside, as well as a small pen of 6 sheep. You see 4 goblins trying to open the gate to one of the cows, but it appears to be locked of sorts. 3 of the goblins are wearing leather armor and have very long daggers, almost short swords. They're just like these really long pointy daggers. And the other goblin is wearing a chainmail shirt and has an actual short sword at his side and a javelin in his hand.
Here's a question for you.
Yes.
How tall up is the roof? How far away are they down? Like 10 feet? 15 feet?
You crawled up a little bit, so they're like 12 feet down from you. The ground is 12 feet down from you.
Okay. Obviously they're not 12 feet down because they're taller than that, so they're less than 10 feet away.
Yeah, they're about 8
And
feet.
can I use my whip and try to take the guy's sword and pull it up to where I am?
You... What did we when we talked about your whip? I think we said we were going to hold off on that sort of thing until a slightly higher level. Remember, you're not Indiana Jones yet. You're the first level halfling.
So I can't disarm them or anything like that.
Where you can take a feat that will let you disarm with whips and stuff when you hit 4th level.
Could I trip someone with my whip, or am I too low level for that?
Yeah. Well, no, because that still requires you to like wrap around someone.
Okay.
All
So
the
right
fancy
now
whip stuff will come with a feat. In the meantime, it's just like a.
It's just another ranged weapon.
Kind of. I mean, yeah. Well, the nice thing about the whip is that it has reach. So if you have your whip out and it's like 10-foot reach, right? So if someone is 10 feet away from you and they try and walk away from you, you get an opportunity attack on them because you have reach with your weapon. Whereas if you had a sword, they would have to be right next to you to move away to get the attack off opportunity.
Okay, well in that case, I'm going to use my bow and do a sneak attack on the leader, the guy with the chainmail.
Sure. The rest of the party, you see Aldous up on the roof looking in, and then you see him like quietly pull his bow off his back and pull an arrow
I
out.
immediately start sneaking around to the front of the barn.
Notch it. You go around to the front. Theo and Tilly?
I want to try to prepare an action to have my bow ready at the entrance. If they leave, if anything steps out of there, I want to let loose.
Okay,
Yeah, what do we see for like entrances and windows and such?
It appears that there are no windows on this side of the barn, but there is a big red door on the big red barn that is cracked open ever so slightly. You guys are it's cracked open towards you, so you can't see in. If you walked around to the edge, you could peer around the other side, but you're coming from this direction.
When I get to the front of it, if like this is the door, then I'm just kind of like standing like, well, not right here, but like maybe about 5 feet away with my blade
sword
drawn.
ready.
Yeah.
Okay. And Tilly, you've got your bow drawn, notched towards the front door, like waiting for anything to come out.
Yes, still hopefully in stealth, like around the corner, like I'm just kind of waiting there.
Right. And Theodore, not Theodore. I'm sorry,
Aldous?
Theobald.
Theobald, yes.
Yes. Where are you positioned?
I'd like to be like kind of at my range, but in front of those doors as well. So when she kicks those doors open, I could shoot down into the barn as well.
Okay, so you kind of move out into the street just a little bit, still hidden behind the door, so that way you could get a shot in. All right. I think, Jordan, you're setting this all off, so give me an attack roll. It is you have advantage because you are surprising them. So give me 2d20 d1.
2d20?
2d20 d1, which rolls 2 20-sided dice and then keeps the higher of the 2 rolls. That is the mechanic in 5th edition called advantage.
So 2d20 plus, you said 1.
D1. So drop the 1.
2d20 d1 plus whatever your bonus to hit is, which is 5.
Does this doesn't work in the advanced roll thing, does it?
I don't know about.
So is it /roll?
/R space.
Okay. 1d.
2d.
Or 2d1.
2d20.
2d20.
d1.
Do I space out the d1 after 2d20, or do I just keep it all?
No,
together?
all 1. Like I typed in for you.
Okay. There we go.
Boom. Plus 5 on top of that, which is still a hit. So you hit the goblin. You have advantage on the attack, which means you can apply your sneak attack damage, which is an extra d6. So you roll 2d6 plus 3 for damage.
Right.
Which goblin are you trying to strike?
The leader guy with the chainmail.
The one with the chainmail?
Yeah.
Sure.
2d6 plus 3, and bam, 13.
Wow. Okay.
Ow.
You hit the leader square in the shoulder, and he gives a "Ow!" and turns to look back towards you. And as he gives a yelp that would trigger Darude to do whatever Darude wanted to do.
Yeah, that's when I like crack open the barn door and I charge in to the
Right.
closest one.
You bust open the door. As you bust open the door, Theobald gets his shot off at the first goblin he sees. I would still say you have advantage because they are completely surprised. So, same advantage roll for you, Theobald.
2d20
D1
plus 7 for me then?
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Plus 7. I think I typed that in right.
Boom, 24. You hit the first goblin you see with an arrow. Give me some damage.
Fuck yeah!
And that's D8 plus 3.
5. Okay. You hit a goblin in leather armor for 5 damage.
Is that the advantage damage as well, or whatever that was?
That's only for rogues who have sneak attack.
Okay. Right.
And you now charge in, Darude. The door is kicked open. You move to the closest goblin, the one who's just been shot, and make your attack.
Yep. Do I do the same type of roll?
Yes, you have advantage as well.
Okay. Wow,
12 is actually not a hit. You swing your sword at the goblin, and it gets, it grazes the armor on the goblin, not actually applying any damage.
Okay.
Aldous, you're getting the impression that no one's coming out of this building, and that you're going to have to go in.
Are you talking about me?
Oh, not Aldous. Yeah, Tilly. I'm
Tilly.
sorry.
Yeah, I want to move up to the doorway, but still stay at the doorway.
Okay. Give me initiative rolls as we enter combat.
Car.
Uh, 17,
I
10,
rolled shit.
5.
And what's my modifier on this?
Your initiative. It's the very top of your character sheet. Plus 3.
Extra armor class.
There we go.
Oh, gotcha.
Actually, and I wanted to ask, I don't know how this works in 5th edition. How does it work for dual wielding? Do I, like, if I'm making an attack, do I roll?
You
both
make
weapons?
your primary attack as your attack action, and you apply your normal bonus to hit and your normal bonus to damage, and then you make a bonus. You do your offhand weapon attack as a bonus action,
Okay.
as your bonus action, because you get one. You can have one bonus action per turn. So then you get
Okay.
one attack. Your offhand weapon does not have a damage modifier. It is just a straight die.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll have to remember.
So hold on, it goes Theobald.
Are there any negatives to dual wielding? Like to hit?
Not really. You can only. It's just that there's limited weapons that you can use. Unless you take a feat for dual wielding, you can only use light weapons to do it, and you don't get your damage multiplier on the offhand weapon. And then also that takes your bonus action, so you can't do other things that would require a bonus action that round.
Okay. Could you theoretically launch off, if you're staying still, not moving, doing anything else, launch 2 arrow shots then? From a...
No.
No,
That
okay.
that requires, there are certain skills and feats later in the game that will allow you to do that, but to start off
Okay.
with, it's just 1 arrow. Okay, so we go Theobald, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, Gob, Aldous,
That's me.
Darude, and
Dude.
Goblin.
Scoots, you're rolling like a god today.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yup.
Okay, Theobald, first round of combat after the surprise. It is your turn. You've got a moment to take a look now. You see Darude closing with the goblin who's got a nice long dagger in hand and turning to face her. You also see the goblin leader in chainmail facing you, pointing with his javelin at you and screaming at his fellow goblins to do something. And then two others are one other is in the middle of the room, and another is like halfway up a what do you call it? Like the pen that's holding a cow. It's like halfway climbed up it and looking back at you guys like,
So the only one with a ranged weapon is the leader with the javelin. Everything
Yeah.
else is swords.
he's got a sword at his side and he has a javelin in his hand.
All right. Well, I'm definitely taking aim at the javelin then.
Okay.
Sure. And that's,
Roll
again,
to
no more surprise anymore, right? So just one.
Right, just d20 plus 7. 12. Your arrow hits the goblin in the chainmail, just like grabs him in the chainmail and tumbles uselessly at the side, kind of like dangling off of it. The goblin leader gives another shriek and hurls his javelin straight at you. What is your armor class there, buddy?
Oops, stand by. 15.
He hits you with his javelin. You
Ooh.
take 3 points of damage from it.
So I was at 12, so it puts me at 9.
The two goblins on the ground move towards Darude. The one with that's already been wounded takes kind of a step back and lets his compatriot go first, who goes to thrust at your ribs, Darude, but you nimbly step out of the way while the wounded goblin comes forward to get another, to kind of like come at you from the side. But to no avail, his stabs are kind of useless against your armor and your quick feet. Aldous, it is your turn. You're still up on the roof.
Yeah, they're not
Wait,
constantly.
wait. Hold on a second. Wouldn't I be going?
Oh, did I miss?
You might have missed me.
I
Yeah,
missed
had
you.
17.
Yeah, that's why this thing is off. Okay, you actually go. You went after the goblin leader before the two other goblins went. I'm sorry, I missed you in there. I thought this list was too short.
No worries.
I'm shafting you all day today.
Gross. Not gross.
You all heard it. You all heard it. He's shafting me hard today.
Been mispronouncing your names, misspelling your names, forgetting you in initiative.
It's all
I
right.
hate him. Well, that's some
I'll
hate.
cry myself to sleep tonight.
That's right. I only do it because I love you so much.
Yeah. That's what I do about my girlfriend. I forget about her half the time because I love her so much.
Wow.
I
It's the sweetest thing ever.
I keyed. It's the sweetest thing ever. Our love is eternal from a distance. When I remember I'm in love with her, we are.
Wow. I'm gonna have
Such
to
a
remember some of
romantic-
these lines myself.
Yeah, that was pretty brilliant.
All right, Tilly. You got your short bow out. What do you do?
The goblin closest to me, I assume, would probably be the one that's attacking Darude.
Yeah.
I would like to launch my arrow at whatever goblin is closest to me that is attacking Darude.
Okay. You have to actually step inside the barn to get a good shot because, there's some people around. The positions are fairly close. You step into the barn and move off to the side to get a nice shot at the goblin. Roll to hit, sir.
Will do.
And also, since Darude is flanking the goblin, or adjacent to the goblin, if you hit, you may apply your sneak attack damage.
So powerful.
16.
And that is a hit. Give me your normal bow damage plus an extra d6. So, what is it, like 2d6 plus 3?
Yeah.
2d6 plus 4? 2d6 plus 4.
How does he have +4?
He has higher stats in dex than you do.
He has 18 dex.
I'm not
Yep.
going to say what his dex is,
Oh, I mean, no.
but yeah,
Oh,
he's got
oh.
18 dex.
Oh, nice. I have 17. Curse.
Oh, yes!
Ooh,
Damn.
you should actually get another d6 on top of that, but it is way more than you need to kill the goblin. Yeah,
I forgot to roll a second. Yep.
that's fine. Yeah, the arrow lodges in the goblin's throat as it crumples to the ground.
Nice.
Blood for the blood god!
Okay, now Aldous goes.
I do a little excited yip from the corner.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like, yee!
Weird.
Aldous, it is your turn.
The leader of the goblins is still up, right?
Yes.
All right.
Bastard.
And he's flanked.
No. He is kind of near the rear of his goblin minions.
Is he looking at my party members, or is he looking at me?
I mean, he's looking all over the place.
So no sneak attack, no advantage.
No, no. He is aware of your position. You do not get advantage on him.
All right, I'm going to shoot him with my bow.
Okay, roll to hit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that doesn't go too well.
But aren't you a halfling thingy?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Halfling thingy. Re-roll that, please.
Oh, I love it.
Technical term. Halfling thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The
That is odd. That is so useful.
the goblin leader sees this coming and grabs the goblin that's like climbing up the fence and literally just like pulls him in front of himself. And
Wow.
his companion takes the shot for him.
Okay.
God, no
What
wonder
a
goblins
dick.
suck so much.
Yeah,
Please
that's a
roll. Yeah, you roll damage on that one.
about to right now. D6 plus 3. 9. Maximum
Like that.
damage.
The
Nice.
arrow hits him in the chest, and the goblin that was climbing the fence now like lays dead at the ground. The goblin leader doesn't even give him a second shot, second glance.
I look at the goblin leader and I wink at him.
Darude, it is your turn.
All right. What goblins are near me that are still alive?
There is one of them next to you with a long pointy dagger. The leader, and then the leader who's like 10 feet behind that.
All right. I'll take out the one that's right next to me. Might as well. So I'm gonna do 2 attacks. I'll do my long sword and my short sword. So I've never done this before, so bear with me as I figure out how the hell to roll this shit. So this is my attack with my longsword.
That
not
is a miss. Your
Yeah.
longsword clanks uselessly against the goblin.
poopy.
And then your short
And
sword?
then, so I roll the same for attacking, right?
Right, you just don't get a damage bonus.
Okay.
Boom.
And then
Your short sword finds purchase in the goblin in front of you.
finds purchase. I like that.
Yeah,
sound.
yeah, that was a really good set. That's vocab right there.
And then so it's just the 1d6. That's it, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Max damage, bitch.
We're all rolling max damage. Nice.
Your short sword digs through the goblin's
Taste my
abdomen,
steel.
and his eyes kind of roll in the back of his head as he slides off your blade into the
Yeah, he does.
wet straw on the ground.
I spit on him, and then I look up at the leader.
Daru just went. It is Theobald's turn.
Okay, so the javelin, like, did it go in me? Like it
It
took-
came in, it hit you in the arm, but you have this armor on, right? So
Okay.
it kind of hits in and then falls out.
All right, so it didn't necessarily impair me in any
No,
major way, shape. So obviously, one guy left. It's the leader, right? So again,
just the leader.
I'm gonna take another shot at him.
Do it.
So plus 7. Come on, baby.
That is enough.
Okay.
He looks around for a goblin to pull in front of him, but there's no one else left. He takes the shot. Give me some damages there.
And this is D8 plus 3. Boom!
Nice.
The arrow lands squarely in his gut, and he falls onto his butt, drops his short sword, throws his hands in the air, and this broken goblinoid common goes, "I surrender! Don't kill me! Mercy! Mercy! Humans, mercy!"
At this point, I'm gonna jump down from the hole and acrobatically roll.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Yay! Awesome! Awesome! Hold on one second.
Why am I rooting that you roll low on this?
Exactly.
14.
Oh, that's good.
I
See,
think
we
that's
have-
probably enough.
Okay.
You take no damage. I'll double check these in a minute. You all gather around the goblin leader who is surrendering and kind of scrambling away from you guys and cowering in terror.
I take my short sword and I turn it up to be a coup de grace, and I just slam it down on him.
Damn!
All right, he dies.
Woo!
I was gonna hit him with his own javelin. All right, fine.
Hey, you still can.
I grab his javelin from my
Shannon,
feet and
Shannon,
I
please, yeah,
give him a javelin too, right in his
Nice.
face.
please tell me, Shannon, when you do that, you say "arky barky." You're like "arky barky, motherfucker."
Yeah.
And I scream, "Get pied!"
We need pork chops, man.
Man, you're a hothead.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the goblins are dead.
I raised my hand.
I look at Theobald and
I like
Darun.
reach my hand down, like clink.
Yeah, I look at Theobald and Darun. I'm like, okay, the execution and the extra. Oh, excuse me. So the execution and the jab with the javelin, totally necessary. Awesome. We got him. You can stop.
Team, maybe next time we could maybe ask him questions instead of killing him. Just a thought.
Agreed.
Don't know.
Yeah,
Don't know.
no, that's a
That's
good
our
point.
style.
Sometimes I have issues holding myself back when it comes to.
Yeah, actually,
We know.
on that note, since I'm already speaking, yeah, Darude, I like you, but you move real fast, and I'm very small. So maybe next time when we get in a fight, maybe we won't chase after things without all of us. Maybe, I don't know.
Fair enough. I shall slow down just to match your speed.
Okay, just didn't want to upset anybody, but that's just how I feel.
Oh, did you notice how I expertly dove through that hole and rolled right next to you guys? It was totally badass. Did you notice?
Yeah,
That was like
was
some
very
Cirque du Soleil shit right there, by the way.
My face is like,
Thank you. Thank you.
So that's 7 orcs or goblins we've killed so far, right?
Oh, let's check the bodies.
Uh,
7 goblins and a wolf.
And a wolf. We definitely want to check the bodies. And the
Yeah.
barn.
Okay. Poking through the bodies, you find a total of. Let me do math. Math on stream, bad idea.
Totally.
You find 28 copper and 10 silver scattered amongst the various bodies. These long daggers that the 3 minor goblins had, a short sword that the goblin leader had, like his rusted, mangly, half-assed chain shirt that looks like it's on the edge of the end of its life. And then there's a bunch of animals about.
I go to reassure the animals that everything's okay.
The cows seemed very, very nervous. I mean, a goblin was climbing up its wall. It's a little bit. Give me a. Is there an animal handling check or an animal? Something?
Yeah, I actually do have animal
Yeah,
handling.
give me an animal handling.
How the hell does a 2-foot tall person handle a cow?
I mean, you come up to it, you speak with it, you soothe it, you brush it. Yeah,
17.
no problem. You come up and you start stroking the cow and saying soft, encouraging words to it, and the cow settles down eventually and just kind of goes back to standing there, just being a cow.
Thank you.
So there's a cow in one pen, a cow in the pen next to it, and across the middle hallway, there is a flock of what looks to be about 8 sheep in a separate pen.
Lovely wildlife people. Wildlife people, please calm yourselves. Everything is fine here. We have the amazing acrobatics of.
Amazing rando.
Yeah.
Rando
Wow.
Lightfoot.
Okay, so we've you're still hurt, aren't you, Scoots?
I have 3. Well, I'm down to 9.
Yeah.
I lost 3, so that's not really that big of a deal, is it? Out of 12?
Lay down to rest and you're good.
All right. That's not so bad.
Flesh wound. Just a flesh wound.
Yeah, 'tis but a flesh wound. Okay, so we searched these goblins. I don't feel like I want to take any of their armor. I don't really want to have any of their stuff. It doesn't look like it's worth anything, and
Take the money.
don't really want to touch it. So,
Can we, real quick, can you take a second to look at the Skype group, that picture I just posted? I'm sorry, this shit was too good.
I wish I could see. I can't log into Skype because my shit's
That's on stream right now if you look over at the stream.
wow, that's amazing. Who made that?
Someone
it
in
was,
chat.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Sorry, I just saw
Archon Tass Phoenix?
Yeah.
Oh my god, my
I can't
Skype works.
pronounce names.
That's awesome.
Barky, barky, motherfucker.
That's the sergeant from Dexter, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Barky, motherfucker.
I must say, Theo, you are an expert marksman. That's very good. Like, that is. I don't often use my bow. I don't have the skill with it. That was impressive.
Why? Why? Thank you, Darude. Appreciate that.
Maybe, perhaps, also the shot that I took that killed the one next to you. Maybe that one was good too.
Yeah, remember how I...
Yes, that
Yeah,
one was
remember-
also
Yeah.
very good.
Okay,
Very good.
Remember how I started the whole thing with my sneak attack that did massive amounts of damage to the lead?
Wow.
He
was
did.
awesome.
He did do that. We
Us
Very
little
good.
folk are kind of badass.
Look at the pie kids looking for
You guys hear a squeak from the front door and turn around to see the sheriff arrive with his
Oh.
lackey. His chainmail is finally on, although his belly is kind of like protruding out from underneath of it a little bit. And he's got a cudgel in his hand. He looks around, sees the mess, and goes, "Well, is this what was causing all the ruckus?" And marches up to
This
you
is.
guys, looking over the bodies.
Oh,
This is.
Glad we
thank
could-
goodness you're here, Sheriff, to help us with
Gosh.
Yeah, we were just about to just be completely overtaken. So good that
Are you
turned-
sassing me, boys?
No, we're really happy you're here.
Oh,
I'm a
sassy.
girl.
Backup is good.
We don't take kindly to sass in this town. You'd
I
best
think
watch your
you're-
tone.
I
Don't be
raised my
so
hand.
uptight. We respect you. We respect you. We're happy you're here.
Perhaps, maybe, sir, instead of getting mad at us, you should say thank you that we killed these goblins for your town.
We
Maybe.
saved livestock. You can eat.
That's true.
He kind of spits
I'm
out
gonna-
what
I'm gonna
appears
back
to
up
be
my
like
little friends on this.
chewing tobacco spit on the ground nearby and goes, "Well, you did do that. I'll give you that much."
Well,
Good,
thanks, I
good.
guess. You're welcome.
Well, thank you for rescuing these poor, frightened, half-starved livestock.
You're very welcome.
Well,
I'm still
he
concerned
kinda
about where these are all
looks
coming
over the goblins and turns back to his dude and says, "Jared, did you police these bodies, drag them out somewhere and get rid of them?" And then he turns around and just kind of stumbles back through the mud, back towards his sheriff's department.
Wait, before he goes, can I get his attention?
Yeah, as he starts to turn, you kind of flag him down. He looks back casually over you and goes, "What?"
Well, this is maybe just one spot, so maybe there's more goblin attacks elsewhere. Just saying, you might want to look around town. Just maybe.
It's a big
Okay.
town, son. That's
I'm
raining.
a girl. I'm a girl.
You're a girl?
I just
You're a female? He says, and he comes a little bit closer and like squats down next to you. He's like, "Huh?"
Wow.
Bona
Okay.
fide 100% female.
Sorry about that, ma'am. You
It's
gnomes
okay,
all.
sir.
I'd never actually seen a gnome before, to be honest.
You
We're not very big.
much
We don't
right.
get seen very often.
How long have you been sheriff? You don't seem to get much right around here. You've been sheriff for a long time?
Been the sheriff of Shallot for 30 years since my father passed away.
Oh, you inherited. Okay, makes a lot of sense.
No.
Cool.
He glares at you and says, "You got something to say to me, son?"
How
How old is the sheriff?
No, I think I already said it.
He's in his 40s or 50s, somewhere around there.
All right, cool. Yeah, you know, I think Tilly has a point. There's probably more where these came from. I've dealt with goblins before, and where there's one, there's a dozen, and then there's 100 and 1,000 before you can bat your eyelids. So I'd say that if you do anything, you should probably stand vigil. You're not going to want to.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
It's your way of doing things. I'm just saying. This is how
Facts.
it's been.
I don't like any of you guys. You'd
No,
probably.
what did I do? I'm
Even
friendly.
me?
Look at me. I'm just hanging out. Halflings don't like being disliked.
He kind of shrugs at you. and then eyes the two humans and says, "You guys, I told you I don't like troublemakers in my town. You should probably be gone by morning."
I smirk.
So
We just took care of the trouble for you, sir.
as he
Yeah,
does
but your
this-
attitude doesn't jive.
So as he's trying to talk down to us, I just like put my foot underneath the javelin that's on the floor, in front of me, and basically kind of kick it up into my hand. So I
Okay.
kicked it up to the leader, and now it's in my hand.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Oh Jesus, what is that?
It's going to be a D20 plus. Shit, we didn't
Wait, I
actually
have-
modify that either. That should be a D20 plus 5, not a D20 plus 3.
Oh, okay. So
Change your on your
Yep.
character sheet.
Scoots is about to get us fucking arrested.
Possibly.
Damn it.
12. Yeah, no problem. You kick it up into your hand.
So now I'm just kind of using it like almost like a cane, right? Like a pole, if you will. So it's just letting him know that I'm not scared of his shit.
Yeah, no.
He's still got his cudgel in his hand, and he glances between the two of you.
I just kind of roll my eyes. I'm like, look, I don't have time for this dick measuring. There are more Greens to kill, all right? You run your town how you want. We will be gone by morning if that's what you would like. And I walk out.
I follow.
He nods, says that's probably for the best, and waits for you guys to depart the area while his man polices the bodies and drags them off somewhere. Yeah.
I don't know about the rest of you. I don't kill goblins often, but normally when I see other people do it, they aren't kicked out of town.
Yeah,
just
that
about
was
to
very
say that.
strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do this town a favor, and some sheriff ruins it for the rest of the town. What a shame.
Wow, this is quite an age of strife.
And on that note, guys, we're going to go to our third and final break for the evening. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
GG!